Hi, I'm Catherine Ravenwood, and I'm here today to share with you a recorded journey, spirit journey, or guided meditation that came from my book, How to Create Sacred Water, A Guide to Rituals and Practices, published by Inner Tradition Bear and Company. In this book, I have a collection of guided meditations that Spirit gave to me that include wisdom and knowledge about water, yes, but we also remember that water represents the flow of Spirit through all of us. And so in these journeys, there's a lot of wisdom shared that I hope is helpful to you. This one is a journey to the ancient water spirits with the hawk guardian that comes. This is a very special one to me as I grew up in Wyoming, and when I received this journey, it was as if I was walking across the plains of Wyoming again in ancient, ancient times. So it's very special to my heart, and I hope you will enjoy it. The journey itself is about 15 minutes or so. So as we prepare to journey, set aside a place where you can be comfortable. Allow yourself to have a pillow, a blanket, whatever you might need. And just be ready to give yourself this space to retreat into meditation and to receive Spirit's guidance. And breathe. Close your eyes. Uncross your legs, your hands. Breathing in, breathing out, allowing yourself to relax. Breathing in, being aware of your breath filling you. Exhaling out any distractions, any stress. Breathing in. Setting the intention as you breathe in and out to open yourself to Spirit, to receive whatever guidance or wisdom is available to you through this journey today. The intention of this journey is to travel to meet ancient guardian water spirits and learn from them. Breathing in, letting your ribs expand to make more room for your incoming breath. Exhale. As the air leaves your lungs, push all of it out. Inhale, expand, exhale, inhale. As your body expands to receive the breath, let your consciousness expand as well. Inhale, exhale, expand your consciousness. You are walking across a huge expanse of wide open prairies. The ground is rich red dirt, marked with oceans of green sagebrush. A gentle wind blows warm air across your face. You can smell the sagebrush. You can smell the dirt. The sky above you is vast, a great dome of blue for as far as you can see, with just a few puffy clouds floating lazily off over the horizon. You walk without any food or water. It is just you out here, walking across this big country under a bigger sky, the ground hard under your feet, baked clay under the constant sun. Notice your feet on the ground. Notice how you are feeling. Notice what you are wearing. Notice all you can about your surroundings. You might see or hear or smell or feel or just know what's going on. You continue to walk. The only landmarks are some red cliffs off in the distance, and you walk off in that direction. Very little activity is around you. A rare bird or rabbit makes a brief passage. You step over a pile of old bones, their bleached white shapes giving contrast to the red dirt. It is quiet, very quiet. All you can hear is the sound of your footsteps on the ground, the wind, your own breath, your own heartbeat. You're beginning to feel very thirsty and wonder, is there any water around? Water. As you think about your rising thirst, you realize this prairie is as wide and vast as the ocean. Like the ocean, there is no way to have a drink. You remember that this wide open land once was an ocean, perhaps 1,000,000 years ago. You are walking across the dry bottom land of an ancient ocean. What was it like then? An ocean of endless waves rolling toward a distant shore. The same vast sky above. A distant horizon giving promise of land, water to drink, a place to rest. Can you see the ancient waters that were once here? And it's getting hotter. You are almost at the red cliffs now. You hurry on, seeking the shelter of their shady walls, eager to find water somewhere in their dark crevices. A hawk flies overhead, its cry ringing in your ears. You follow the flight pattern of the hawk and see it land on one of the lower cliffs, and you head in that direction. You are so warm now, so thirsty. Oh, for a drink of water. Your steps are slower. It is harder to drag your feet across this dry ground. The hawk cries again, as if giving you encouragement. It seems much closer now. Yes, the rocks are just there. Finally, you step into the shadow of the red cliffs. You feel the immediate coolness of the air here. It is such a relief to be out of the sun. You sit down and lean against the red rocks. They feel cool against your back. Feel the coolness of the rocks, the ground under your body. The hawk cries again and is right above you now, calling you to follow it. You watch the hawk as it circles over you and then gently flaps its wings, slowly flying away. You get up and you walk, following the hawk. Up ahead, you see a small path through the rocks. Perhaps it's a deer trail. Somehow you know it will lead you to water. Follow the trail. Follow the hawk. You are winding through red canyons now. Once a solid mountain, these walls were eroded away by ancient waters. The rocks even look rippled, as if from water action. You stop and look at one rock face. It is embedded with millions of fossilized sea creatures, shells, fish skeletons, plants with waving tentacles captured in these walls of stone. Once again, you remember you are walking across an ancient ocean. The hawk cries again. You look up and follow it. Coming around the corner of these rocky canyons, you enter into an open area, a small circle among the walls. Grass is growing and even a few small trees. The hawk lands on the branch of a tree and settles its wings to rest. You walk toward it, feeling the coolness of the grass on your feet. You can smell water. There must be a spring nearby, but where? The hawk suddenly rises up off the branch and flies to a dark shadow on the wall nearest the tree. You follow and discover it is a narrow opening into the rock wall. The ground is very soft in front of this opening and even feels damp. Water must be close by. You approach and are startled by the array of petroglyphs on the wall above the cave opening, pictures of semi-human beings. Tall bodies angle up from short-looking legs, wide, bare feet with human-looking toes. Long arms seeming to wave out of their bodies, graceful hands reaching out, individual figures with fingers etched into the stony canvas. Long necks arch up, supporting heads of geometric shapes, triangle, square, oval, and round. Their eyes are drawn like spirals, mouth shaped in spiral circles. On top of each head, strange-looking headdresses sit, bearing curled horns, feathers, even rods topped with star shapes. Some hold strange forked staffs in their hands. Vessels are drawn sitting at their feet. And below them is the unmistakable image of a river running right into the wall of the red cliff in front of you, into a cave. You step inside the cave. It is dark and cool. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, your senses of smell and hearing acutely focus on your surroundings. You feel the cool, damp ground under your feet, and you walk further into the cave, smelling the water nearby. As you walk along, you run your hand over the cave wall and can feel more figures etched into the stone. What do these cave walls feel like under your hand? How does it feel to be moving through this almost completely dark cave, and yet you can still see with a glimmering light around you? As you look closely at the wall, you see a clear picture of a hawk. Ah, your friend guides you still. Keep walking forward with your hand on the wall. The smell of water is stronger now. You can feel drops of it seeping on the rock wall. Moistening your fingers with these drops, you place your fingers into your mouth, letting this water wet your tongue. How does it feel to finally have these drops of water in your mouth? Now, you round a corner and enter into a small room. A narrow shaft of light shines down through an opening above you. Grass grows in a thick carpet. Suddenly, some movement catches your attention from the corner of your eye. There, something is moving in here. You become very still and quietly wait watching. Yes. There against the wall, 3 figures are quietly moving toward you. They look exactly like the stone people you saw drawn into the wall outside the cave. But these beings are alive. They are moving gracefully, silently towards you. And their faces, their beautiful faces, their eyes are like stars, like galaxies slowly turning, looking at you, taking you in. You feel an incredible sense of awe and peace. As they come closer, you can see your friend Hawk rides on the shoulder of the first one. The second one carries a beautiful stone jug, and the third one holds a forked rod with a glowing star on the top. These are the guardians of the water, ancient water spirits who have dwelled here since the earth began. And they have come to see you. They have called you here to let themselves be known to you. They are so glad to see you and are greeting you. Listen, what are they saying to you? How does their communication reach you? Do you hear them? Do you feel them? Or do you just know what they are telling you as they greet you? You can feel their gentle power, the power of ancient wisdom and knowledge. They feel the thirst inside of you, not only the thirst for water, but the thirst for knowledge. The being with the rod gently strikes it on the rock wall. Water pours forth from the rock. You reach out your hands to cup the precious liquid and bring it to your mouth to drink. This is pure water. How does this pure, beautiful water taste? How does it feel moving in your mouth, down your throat, into your cells? Drink this pure, beautiful water. The being with the vessel holds it under the streaming water, filling the vessel, allowing the water to overflow and spill out to form a pool of crystal clear water. You drop to the ground, drinking from the pool. As you gaze into it, you see your reflection with these ancient ones standing around you. The water gently ripples and the scene changes. You are looking back in time. Looking back in time to when these beings freely walked the earth on this very land. Look, what do you see? Who are these beings? Where did they come from? What secrets do they share with you? See the story of these ancient ones reflected in the water. Drink it in. What happened to these beings? Where did they go? Why did they have to leave? Learn all you can from these ancient beings as they reveal their story to you. Why is it they brought you here today to share these stories with you? What is it you need to know now? How does it feel to witness these old mysteries? Now the rod being dips his star-topped rod into the water. Ripples scatter the images. You are back in the cave with the water guardian spirits and with Hawk. As they have shared their secrets with you, they also each have a gift for you. The guardian carrying the forked rod holds it out to you, offering it to you. You understand it is a divining rod, a rod to lead you to divine your truth, so the waters of spirit will always flow within you. The star on top of it glows, promising you will always have guidance. You take the rod and thank the rod being for the gift. How does this divining rod feel as you hold it? How will you use it? Ask the rod being if you have any questions about it. And now the guardian with the water vessel holds it out and hands it to you now. This vessel is a grail to hold your spiritual wealth so that you may always drink from it and never be thirsty. What does your grail look like? Notice the details of it. Look inside. What do you see inside the grail? How is it you will carry this grail? Ask the grail being any questions you may have as you accept the grail and thank the being for this blessing. The Hawk guardian lifts his hand and Hawk hops onto it. The guardian whispers to Hawk and extends his hand out towards you. Hawk flaps its wings and shrinks down in size, becoming a beautiful pendant. The Hawk guardian slips the pendant around your neck, making Hawk your personal guide and guardian. How does it feel to have Hawk with you? How do you communicate with Hawk? Perhaps Hawk has a secret name it shares with you now. Feel the power of Hawk within you. Ask Hawk, or just know how it is you will be able to call on its guidance. Thank the Hawk guardian for this precious gift. And now, filled with incredible gratitude, you discover you have gifts for these ancient beings. What is it you give to them? Offer your gifts to them now. They are pleased to accept your gifts. Take this time to listen to any further wisdom they may have for you. You may ask any questions you have for them. Ask, listen for their reply. Now they step back away from you, and retreat toward the red wall. They step back into the wall and once again become petroglyphs. For a brief moment, you see the gleam in Hawk's eye, the flash of the star on top of the rod, the sparkle of water from a stone vessel. After a time, you turn back to the pool, taking one more long drink of this pure water. Feeling sated and refreshed, you begin to retrace your steps out of the cave, carrying your grail vessel and divining rod. The hawk pendant around your neck feels warm against your skin, pressing into you as if indeed it is guiding you back through the darker passage and out of the cave. You emerge from the cave and look behind you to see the narrow opening close. Only solid rock is visible now, with 3 star-eyed beings smiling back at you. You raise your hand in a farewell gesture, and you turn and walk away. And now, becoming aware of your breath, breathing in, breathing out, becoming aware of your body again, moving your feet and your fingers, feeling refreshed. When you are ready, you open your eyes back to this time and place. Thank you for spending this time with me on this journey to the water spirits. I suggest that you take a few minutes now to write down, to journal perhaps, your experiences. Often we think we will always remember them, and if we don't write them down, we do sometimes forget them. And sometimes when we start writing down the journey, we remember more than we think we remembered. So I invite you now to have a few minutes of quiet time to journal your experience, have a drink of water, and I thank you so much for being with me today. May Spirit always flow within you. Thank you.